Now, ladies and gentlemen, the show you never knew you were waiting for. Brought to you live at one time from a basement located somewhere in the Midwest. Digital Barnyard presents The Digression.
time. You know, there wasn't any games or anything like that. But so I'm hanging out, and Humphrey comes over. Humphrey was he was like this cool dude. You know, he was from across Paramount Boulevard, so he wasn't Mexican. He wasn't white.
Okay.
You know, but he was pretty cool. But he comes over and he's got this styrofoam cup. Now, the crazy thing is, this is 1972, okay? So there wasn't a lot of crazy shit going on. Well, he's got this styrofoam cup, and he goes, "Hey, man, you want a drink?" I'm like, What do you mean? What is it? He goes, "It's good, man. It's medicine. It's tasty." It's like, pop. And so I tasted it. I was like, it tasted like, what do you call it? I don't know. Do you remember, like, Vicks Formula 44?
Oh, absolutely. They still have that.
Yeah, it tasted like that. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Oh, man, I get my cough medicine, right? I mix it up with some pops, soda pop. Man, I'll make you some, man. You want some? And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No. And then, so we're just hanging out, and
I'm guessing you were going to apply someplace or something?
yes, I'm hanging out with him, right? And he asked me if he'd walk him over to Safeway, right? And Safeway, we had the place across the way called the Field, and there was nothing in it. It was just a big empty field, but there was no bushes, there was no trees, no baseball diamonds, just these fields, like concrete berms around them and stuff. They look nice. We'd go out there and fucking play and shit. But you go across 2 or 3 of those, and then you get to Safeway. Because he wanted to put in a job application.
And we're done. So this show was a fucking train wreck from the get-go, because not only did we transition out of our new open, which is great, by the way, I forgot to fucking unmute our mics during the open, which, whatever. And then you forgot the 2 words I gave you
I
literally
the one.
a minute ago. Yeah.
I remember the one.
I know. No, we both fucked up. This is bad.
But I got the second one. We could start over.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. No. Yeah, that was a train wreck.
How you doing tonight? I hope everyone's good. I'm good. Everyone's good. You're good. He's good. He's hydrating. Because one time,
Ciroc vodka.
He said that he got so dehydrated, his piss came out like snot.
Like sand.
I'm going with snot.
No, I mean, if you don't drink enough water, then you shit bricks, and then you get hemorrhoids. And let me tell you, that's no fun.
It's not sand. Your piss could come out like snot. Kevin Spacey actually said that in The Usual Suspects.
Yeah, well, anything he talks about with piss is now very creepy.
No, we can't judge his past works on his current merit. It's not fair.
He was doing that in the past.
It's not fair to the viewers. God damn it.
He was doing that in the past.
The Usual Suspects is a good fucking movie.
I agree. That has nothing to do with him being a pedophile. Actually, not pedophile. We talked about this.
Not pedophile.
A sexual predator.
Thank you. I'll take that.
Yeah.
And plus, that sounds more, I guess, if you were a sexual deviant who preyed upon underage kids, if you had to be called a sexual predator or a child molester, you'd take a sexual predator any day.
Well, of course I would, because then I could see people's heat, and then I could go invisible and shit, and like I'd collect skulls.
Exactly. You'd polish them. You had that polishing tool. I think Oster makes that.
Yeah. Do you think the predator culture has sexual predators? Or do they call them something else?
No, I bet you they do. They got sexual humans.
Sexual, okay. What he is? What did I miss? That's Nate Throne. Welcome to the talk.
Back to
we're talking about
the digression.
We're talking about apparently what we would rather be, a pedophile or a sexual predator, and of course,
if you
sexual
had to choose,
predator.
Sexual predator.
Yeah,
'cause it sounds more badass.
Well, yeah. Of
You're a child molester. I'm a sexual predator, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'll predator your ass.
I'm a sexual tyrannosaurus.
Sexual.
That's from that movie too. Yeah, and then he's a big chaw on the ground. And he became governor of this fine state of the Minnesotas.
It just goes to prove, kids, if you dream hard enough, you work hard enough, and you know the right people, you can do whatever you want.
How do you dream hard?
You dream hard.
Is that a wet dream or something? Yeah, that's kind of dreaming hard, right?
Only if that's dreaming hard. Mm-hmm. Especially if you like feel yourself, like, you know, when you feel yourself awake and you're like, you feel your body moving. But in the dream, come on, you guys have had that too. Mm-hmm. It happens. Then when
it's all right. It's a part of life.
It's part of life.
Yeah.
And a Pella humper.
Pilla humper.
Pilla humper.
I had a fucking crazy ass dream last night. You just reminded me of this. I was getting something out of the trunk of my car. It has nothing to do with fucking humping pillows, by the way.
That's good.
But somehow electrical outlet or something, not an outlet, but wires,
Yeah.
started to catch on fire like when you burn paper, how it slowly kind of... My entire car burned up like that. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, lately, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm
You're having
completely
some vivid
sober.
dreams.
I'm having nothing but REM fucking sleep dreams, and I'm waking up to my alarm in REM every fucking night, regardless of what time I go to sleep. I don't have no fucking idea what's happening.
I heard, I don't know if this was in a movie or a TV show, but this guy was talking about this dream he had, and he was doing this thing, and all at once there was like this big explosion, right? And it snapped him awake right into the middle of a peal of thunder. You know, because lightning had struck.
Yeah.
And so he goes, it's not so much that the thunder woke me up. What you have to know is, how did my brain know that the thunder was going to be there? You know, that's kind of dream shit. You're like, I mean, now we've went beyond, right? But that then by that rationale, when you dreamed, is your brain like slowing your frame rate? Or do you go from like 60 frames a second to...
Well, it could have been far away.
300 frames a second?
Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate. It could have been far away.
Yeah, you're given like there's not that much autonomics going on when you're sleeping.
It's because you are a Ram fan. God is punishing you for the satanic hat you wore a couple weeks ago. Yeah, you could tell it's Scott. You should not be talking about fucking being a delinquent and Satanist. You fucking lurch.
You fucking... Wait, he'd have to be tall.
That's true.
To be lurch. He's not a tall man.
Don't you bad talk my Rams. I'll come up with other names for you, motherfucker.
He's a slight man.
Yeah, slight. Yeah.
Mysterious. Always fucked me up when they would describe smaller men like that. He's a slight man. It's like, that's fucked up. Just say he's not so big, or he's something else, but not slight.
We just need to get his slouched profile shot. And put it on T-shirts, because people are like, "What? That's fucking cool."
Which where was that Johnson. Between? Was that like Homo sapien, Homo Johnson?
Yeah, because you have he always slouched to you. Like you can tell, like some days at work you don't want to be there.
Homo Johnson instead of Homo sapien.
I'm guessing we're not going to call him Homo Johnson, John. I'm going to venture out on a limb here. And
I'm just saying that would be the subspecies or the species type. You know.
The class or the genus.
The genus,
which rhymes with penis. No. I control muting you. Don't forget
There's
that.
some fucked up movies coming out here pretty quick. Netflix has one called The End of the Fucking World.
Talked about it last time.
Yeah, we did. But there's that.
Cool.
No, so I'm getting that. There's that one. There's another one called Flower, which is kind of reminiscent of... do you remember the movie Hard Candy?
I don't.
Hard Candy was about this girl who...
Hard Candy.
Who finds this pedophile and just slowly lets him pick her up and lets him... And she just kind of romances him into this hellish fucking end.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So it's like a revenge movie, but kind of really... Well, obviously really dark.
It's karma. It's definitely karma. Twice baked, served slowly. Yeah, it's really good. But this other one called Flower is kind of a similar thing. It's where this chick... her mom, who's single, marries this other guy, and he has a son, and then, they come to find out that, the dad's like, yeah, he said he fucking told me this lie about being sexually abused and shit. And, well, she talks to the brother and stepbrother, and sure enough, he was sexually abused, and he says it was this guy, and so they plan to entrap this guy, and it's a dark comedy.
Oh shit!
It feels like the same kind of comedy vein as End of the Fucking World.
Oh wow!
Almost like a Wes Anderson movie, but without the stoic seriousness.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yes.
Yep. Well, yeah, Wes Anderson. You're right.
I do like
that's
some
a good
of his
description
movies.
of it, because his dark comedies. You're absolutely right. Sometimes I get not weirded out, but I'm on the fence sometimes.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Where I'm like, is this supposed to be something I laugh at, or what are you trying to do here?
I know, it's like that first time you felt like you were going to come. You're just like, what is that?
It was nothing like that.
But no, it was that same kind of, it's that same brand of awkwardness.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe not the same level.
No, the awkwardness comes after.
Yeah, you're just like, it's like,
you're kind of like, where the fuck am I?
Covered with Jergens.
Who the fuck? Jergens? I'm calling them Thetans from now on, just to make fun of Scientology.
Thetans.
The Thetans come out of the volcano.
Oh, yeah, that's
like fucking
fucking
Scientology.
Right up there with distributing some literature.
I like that too.
Yeah.
That's good.
I stole that from Letterkenny.
Yeah. That is a fucking primal moment, though. That right after you climax, and you just kind of like, it's, how do you even describe it? It's like a...
Are you talking afterglow or are you talking post-afterglow?
No, not even afterglow. I'm talking like
immediate.
after. It's sometimes you just get so into it, and you're just kind of like afterwards, like, what the fuck? Like, it almost feels like a primal place for me sometimes after. I'm just like, what the fuck?
It feels like it because that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Because when you get knee deep in that shit, your lizard brain isn't.
Poor choice of words.
Well, I've seen videos. It happens.
I would not put it past you to find a video with a full leg inside of
How do you
something.
know that? Well, usually it's only up mid calf. She had a hysterectomy.
That's wow, very tame. She had. Oh God.
No, so
Somehow he got
there's
a pedicure
flour.
in
So
there.
that flour looks good. There's some dude. Okay, I love pretty much anything Clive Barker, right? Which leads to Hellraiser, right? Hellraiser, as bad as the movie was, as bad as the sequels were, as bad as the
he did
series
that?
was. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you should read the first one. It's The Hellbound Heart.
Everybody who's into Hellraiser tells me the books are really good compared to
Dude,
the
his
movie,
books,
obviously.
there are toe-curling fucking stories of his that when I think about, my toes still reflexively curl. Just because there's some shit he does. He's probably what I would... yeah, because I like him when it comes to just realistic horror. I think he's even better than like Brian Straub. He was another horror writer. But Hellraiser, just back it up. They got the new. They saw a trailer for the new Hellraiser.
They're
So
making
it's gotta
a
be
new Hellraiser.
Hellraiser 8 or Hellraiser 9. I don't know, or they're redoing it. Either way,
They should reboot Hellraiser.
Either way, if it's the trailer looks really good.
And it's Clive Barker.
I don't know if it's based on his shit. I mean, Pinhead's in there.
Well, of course, it's fucking he's
Pinhead. That's fucked up, man. Because he looks like that kind of guy that maybe over time he'd like befriend you. But no, it's just a ruse. He's not really befriending you. He's just getting you comfy so he could fucking start cutting on you again.
Well, the later movies, he was kind of more funny. They were like they were more hilarious than.
They kind of went Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not as Krueger-y.
Sorry, I was watching. He says, "Sorry, I was watching a infomercial that was more interesting." So that was Johnson. Nate Throne says, "I once saw." You're going to retort?
No, just keep going. Well, I'll do a group retort.
Okay. I once saw one where a guy put his bald head in. Just saying. I've seen that one.
I've seen that one.
Nate Throne said that. Then we got Mr. Johnson again. Not saying for sure, but I think it is fit, not slights. Okay. I know you two fat asses would be able to tell that. But I think it is fit, not slights.
Oh, because we said we were referring to him as a slight man.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, There we go.
But you know what? What's her name on that show? On that show, Mad About You.
Helen Hunt.
Yes, she had one where she said to Paul Reiser, she said, "You little man." It was just like, it's those little things when they take their time with it. It's like in Knight of Cups.
Yes.
Remember that line?
Yep.
It's like,
I think you
are weak. And it was delivered during a playful little repartee.
Well, it's a
they're on this
Malick movie.
Yeah,
so
it's a Malick movie.
There's
but they're on
music
this,
and
parking, the top floor of this parking garage, and she's walking along the concrete tire thingies, and while she's doing it, and she's balancing, and that's when she spills that line. God, I think that'd just make your fucking nutsack shrivel up.
Well, it's weird. It stuck with me too.
If someone,
I was like, what the fuck?
If
It was
someone
the delivery.
said that, because she, the character felt that. That was real. That was, it was a moment.
Well, Malick's good at that shit. Oh fuck. Yeah, you gotta go in with your depth. You gotta leave your shallow hat on the fucking hook.
Yeah, because it's going to be floating in the water by the time you're done. You don't want to ruin the felt. Felt does not do good with water.
I still like. It's not flashbacks, but I still have like times where I think about Thin Red Line, and just like Jesus Christ, that movie
fucking
was
Jesus'
insane.
fucking commentary was just
literally
great.
Yeah,
You know,
Caviezel, or is it Caviezel?
Yeah, Caviezel. Either way,
Sounds like a disease. You have Caviezel.
I just love laying here in this swamp, this water, this place made by the Lord.
What?
And it was just like. And just the way he delivers the shit.
Yeah.
Because, Malick's got to be there. No. More reverent. More reverent.
He probably wears that word out.
The jungle's alive. You feel the jungle.
But
it's all around you.
It was so crazy. Like the first, it was a longer movie if I remember right.
Yeah, it's about over 2 hours.
Yeah, but there was not a lot of action going on, right?
No.
And it did so much building, and all of a sudden, boom! When that action hit, he did a really good job painting just the frantic nature of what war would actually be.
Well, especially the way he bloodied up the characters emotionally. Before the war, the shit happens. You got the one dude just before the war thing. That's when he gets the Dear John letter, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you got the other guy who's so fucking. He steals the 45, and he's so hip to get. I want to get in the war, man. I want to fucking kill me some black guy. Blah 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 blah. You know, and then you got all these guys who are going through these different things, and then the war hits, and it's not anything that looked remotely like the blueprint you saw before you got in the ship, you know.
Regardless of how much prep they had, there's no preparing you for that. It's like honestly, this is probably a weird comparison, but it's like having a child. I don't care how many fucking books you read. You're never prepared to have a fucking kid. You don't know
there is nothing
what that means.
You can't rent the feeling of shitting a watermelon. You know?
Well, it's not. I'm not just talking that. I'm talking about raising this thing. You can't just throw it away.
Raising this thing.
Well, think about it. You don't know if it's a boy or a girl. Let's say
no.
It's an it. What the fuck are we going to do?
But wouldn't
with
that
this
be
thing,
cool? That'd be a good bumper sticker. Raising this thing, you can't throw it away.
No dumpster
Jif
for this
butter.
Are you guys going to talk sports tonight? Yes, we are. I want to know if you think the Vikings are going all the way.
Is that Nate?
Definitely. That is Nate. Yes.
See,
we will definitely be talking some Vikes tonight.
See now, the Homo Johnson genus could learn.
That's true.
From the Thronus genus.
We should take a moment of silence for the Rams, who played their worst game
Ominous
this
Dominus,
season.
Dorenga Keo.
Silence. All right, that was good. Thank you for that. Rams. We hardly knew ye. You overperformed the entire season. Going in, I had you at most winning 9 games. You won 11.
And then choked?
Right. Yes, they did. They fumbled twice on special teams, gave the ball to the fucking Falcons, and the Falcons didn't even look that good, and they beat them.
Most disappointing. I'll have to go all out on those plans.
Yes. So Falcons are now...
Is anyone getting fired?
On the Rams? No.
No fallout?
No fallout, no.
Really?
They overperformed. Nobody thought they would do that.
Yeah, but then they choked.
Yeah.
There's a problem. There's a bug in the wax.
Well, if they don't perform up to where they did this year and they don't make the playoffs, would you rather have that or make it to the playoffs and choke? I would rather have make it to playoffs and choke because they haven't been there for 13 fucking years.
I'd rather have that.
Yes.
No. You said, would you rather have that or choke? I'd rather have that.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's a fart in the wind at that point then.
Well, that's true.
It's like robbing a bank, shooting the guard, and not even have the fucking common courtesy to actually get away.
Wow, that's a good comparison. That is actually, it worked. Somehow that resonated in my little head here. Yeah.
It's just a barrel of a bunch of stuff that you'd see at a garage sale or a recycle bin in my head.
So this is going to be fun for me because now let's break into just a little bit of sports here. Yeah. You are a fan of football to the sense where you know what it is. You root for the home team. But you don't know a lot of the intricate things about it. So now, the first game that's going to happen in the NFC side is the Eagles, and they're playing the Falcons. Who do you have in that and why?
You know, I couldn't say either way because I haven't heard anything about the Eagles or the Falcons this year. But if I just had to guess, reach into the hat,
it's a battle of the birds.
I'd probably say Falcons because Falcons could do some serious fucking damage to an eagle. You know,
but the eagle is our country. It's a bald eagle.
The American eagle is. They're not the American eagles though. They're just the eagles.
They're just the Philly eagles.
Yeah, eagle's just a little brown bird, shits everywhere and eats stuff.
So is a hawk or falcon.
Yeah, but Falcon's badass.
So you're going with the Falcons. Okay.
I'm going to go with the Falcons.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Falcons as well. I'm going to say because the starting quarterback for the Eagles, Carson Wentz, is out for the year.
He got injured.
He did. So
see, I knew that.
Yep. Yeah, you did. That's why you went. No,
but I knew that after the fact. It was like I knew that, but my subconscious was like, no, you don't know that, man. But
so I think, and then the Eagles defense gave up 2 monster games before they're taking their bye week. So I think it's going to go to the Falcons.
Bye week's not a good thing for a team.
Well, the Vikes got the bye week too. A good segue. Well, we got the Vikings versus a team I didn't want them to face in the playoffs.
St. Louis?
Saints.
Or Saints, that's right. That's this weekend?
That's this week. That's Sunday night.
I hate
Sunday
the
afternoon.
fucking Saints, man.
So who you going in
Loathe.
that game? Yeah,
I loathe the fucking Saints. Well, are we talking even keel? We're playing fair ball?
Well, yeah.
Fair ball, I
course.
take the Vikings.
Nice. And why?
They played great this year. This is probably the best I think we've ever seen from them in a long fucking time.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're doing some good. They're doing a little bit of everything with the ball. They're running the ball, fucking passing the ball. Man, fucking see that ball fucking sizzle and just fly a couple times. It's just awesome to see. Like I said, I'm not a big football fan, but I appreciate good sport.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, and I can walk into. I can watch pretty much. I'll take rugby any day. We know that.
Yep.
But if I walk in on a football game, I'm usually going to look, depending, and if I have no idea on who is doing what for the year, and if it's second or third quarter, I'll always go for the underdog. Come on, you son of a bitch. Quit fucking doing the play action. The ball in the air.
Okay. All right. So you're going the Vikes. Okay.
I'm going Vikes, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pick the Vikings as well, but I think it's going to be a close game.
Oh, I think, well, but as long as they
I
fucking
don't like the Saints, man.
Oh, I don't like them after the fucking whole
Bountygate thing in
Bountygate
2009.
shit. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Their team is scary, though. They can run the ball, and they have a good defense.
Yeah.
And that's how you win a lot
So
of
then
times.
what you're saying is we'll probably see a good game.
I think so. Our defense is better than theirs. Our offense is arguably better than theirs.
Yeah.
So
It's
on
50-50
paper,
either way, right?
but I'll tell you what, Case Keenum is our quarterback.
Yes.
Has he played in a fucking playoff game?
He's young, isn't he?
Well, no, he's been like kind of a backup his entire
Right.
career.
He's only
So,
in because what's his name got injured, right?
So I hope he does well. I really do, but I don't know.
Oh, you're
I don't know. This is not the team I want to play.
sensing some trepidation.
We get past this round, I think we're going to the Super Bowl. I really do. I think the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl out of the NFC.
When does that game?
That's Sunday afternoon. I think Sunday at 4-ish or something.
You watching that at your dad's house or at home?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Hopefully they'll get a championship in his lifetime. Fucking dude had to live through all the shit in the 70s where they made it, I don't know, made it to 4 Super Bowls or 5 Super Bowls and got blown out in every single one of them.
Really?
Well, except for one. I think we were close. Yeah, I think
Well,
the
then
Vikes got
if
it.
we can hit the Super Bowl
That would be insane.
in our town,
yeah, it's
right
here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Then that would be a good makeup
Yep.
for not making it before.
And I think whoever gets to the Super Bowl is most likely playing the Patriots. But I could also see, Jacksonville. I could. They'll get there in a sloppy way, but I could see them getting there. Or Pittsburgh. Those are one of those three. Most likely New England, though. Again, the Patriots.
And how many teams are there over there?
Oh, there's same amount. 4.
4?
So there's 8 total teams left.
8,
yeah.
right. Us and them. I get it.
It's a good song.
It's a great song.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic song. I want more rugby, though. I wish Americans weren't such pussies.
I knew this was happening.
No,
it's
I'm
not about
serious.
being pussies.
It is.
No, there's
you
rugby
really
here.
think that you'd see fucking games on American soil with American teams doing the shit we see in Europe? We would not.
I think many of the rugby players would not want to play American football. And vice versa. I guarantee you there are more long-standing injuries in the NFL than there ever will be in rugby. Because they can't collide heads on a big full fucking run. Like they can't lead with their head.
Sometimes they do.
It's on accident. But in the
Yeah,
NFL, it's
sometimes
seen as good form sometimes.
No,
to lead
I
with
know.
your fucking head.
I know. I hear you. Well, yeah, because they have the helmet. They have that false sense of security. You know?
Yeah.
Do you have a comment?
No, I was reading some. Definitely a false sense of security.
No, but I remember, God, I had the rugby channel for a year, and I was like, oh, okay, this is fucking awesome.
Can you name a team?
No.
What?
No.
You're not a rugby fan then? Or you just enjoy the game?
I love the
Okay,
game.
I
It's a sport. I like pure, unadulterated sport.
So of the major sports we have here, what's your favorite one then, would you say? If we're considering like hockey, basketball, football, baseball.
Well, it'd probably have to be football at
Okay.
that point.
Because you got to get a little violence in it.
Yeah, I like some good curling, though.
Jesus Christ.
No, I'm serious.
Curling is actually fun.
I like curling, man, because that's some shit.
You
I mean,
get
'cause
the accuracy down.
You got to get the
the
accuracy.
sweepers.
You got to get your toss just right.
Yeah.
You know, and you get those fucking sweepers. It's like that's some shit.
What would you be on a team of let's say you're on America? Would you be one of the sweepers or would you be the roller?
They rotate.
Oh, they have to. Oh,
yeah, they all
look at
rotate.
that. You're spitting some knowledge my way.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
They rotate. I believe. I'm almost positive they rotate. I could be wrong, but I'd start off as a sweeper.
Okay.
That's like starting off in the mailroom. You know?
Yeah. Work your way up to the tosser.
Then you're that guy.
And they get way down and they just kind of.
But just the way they let it go, it's like it's such a it's a marriage of physics if you think about it.
Yep.
Because they're moving, they're pushing this thing forward, and they're releasing it so that there's just literally no, because you want no stoppage.
Yep. And it only starts to rotate when the sweepers get involved.
Yep.
Because then it'll start to move right on the rotation. That's crazy because some of those shots they do are fucking insane.
Yeah, because you see the sweepers start to
go.
go to the one side. Mm-hmm. You know, and tink.
Yep. And they're big fucking stones too. I don't know how heavy those things are.
You know, who thought of that?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I don't fucking.
I've got an idea.
No, it's definitely one of the three.
Is that Norwegian?
It'd be Norway, Sweden, and Poland. One of those three.
Yeah, probably Norway because
They're
they're
the
like
big
cool and shit.
Dick-looking countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Norway, Sweden too, but Sweden had all the babes, I think, but Norway had the
Blonde hair.
The dudes who did curling and stuff.
Yes, that's true. It'll be the first time ever. Also, 6 teams have gotten to almost play in their own stadium, but it has never happened. Yep, good point. Talking about the Vikes. Mr. Nate. Mr. Nate's a Vikings fan.
G? Got my scissor up.
I hope we win. I would rather see a Vikings Super Bowl win than a Rams Super Bowl win.
Hey,
and I would take that 10 out of 10 fucking
I don't
years.
give a fuck if they lose.
Yeah.
I just want them to get in the Super Bowl.
Yes, no.
The win would be the bonus.
I totally agree. That would be good enough for me. But man, I want to see them win a championship.
Oh, it'd be great. Don't get me wrong, but
fucking great.
You gotta count your blessings on that one.
Because I watch the Super Bowl every year, and it's like a fun thing. You know, you got the commercials and stuff or whatever. But if your team's in it, it's so different.
God,
I've never felt that before.
I remember when the San Diego Chargers, I rooted for the Chargers all year. They made the Super Bowl, and they just got smoked like a narc at a biker rally.
Shit,
man.
who were they playing against? And I remember when they
It was early '90s. Yeah, early to mid '90s.
God, I don't remember who they lost to.
I remember Todd Schaefer, my friend Todd. He came over to watch the game, and he saw the smoke job that was happening. He didn't even stay for the whole game. About halfway through the third quarter, he's just like, "I'm out of here, man." I'm like, "Dude, aren't you gonna finish the game?" He goes, "Your team's fucked."
Oh man,
fuck you, Todd. I miss that big old fucking hairless ape.
Hairless ape?
Yeah.
Really? That's what you called him?
Uh-huh.
Wow. That's not very nice.
If you meet Todd, you see what I mean. It's like if you took a silverback and shaved it. No, that's Lundo.
That was oh god, that's not nice. Londo, I'm sorry.
I love you, man.
During the 91 season, they won the Super Bowl. During the 94 season, well, what?
What are you talking about?
I'm looking up when they went.
Oh, you said 94?
I think they went a few times in the 90s.
Yeah.
The AFC champion. Oh, the Niners. That would make sense.
Sure.
The Niners defeated the Chargers 49-26. Yep, that was 94. You're going against fucking Joe Montana and like a Jerry Rice.
Hey, their little hearts were just so big.
A lot of teams ran into that shit show, man.
Legs were just going.
94, wait a minute.
You're 10 years old?
Yeah, that was definitely Montana era, right?
I don't know.
Because when were the Cowboys are really good, too.
They're making pole dancing an Olympic sport, it looks like.
Are you kidding me?
Read that in the news today.
Fucking sweet. Like, can they get really down with it?
I don't think it's going to be like BJ's or
Steve Young. That's who it was. Montana. It was Steve Young.
See, either way.
Brian MG in the house. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
No, it's not. No, serious. I read that today. They're looking at trying to get that to be an Olympic sport.
Well, you know, as for the future hoes of America, I'm totally down. As long as they're over 18.
Dude.
I don't comment
awesome,
if they're not.
You know what's awesome? It's not just a sex sport. It's not a woman's sport. It's going to get your dudes out there.
Fucking sweet. Go get it. I won't watch it.
Next up, Samuel Vuitton.
I don't think the announcer is going to speak like that, really.
Well, no, that's how he demands that his name be pronounced. It's Vuitton.
You're generalizing, John.
There's
we
an
talked
H
about this.
to the left of the N that specifies a pause.
We talked about your generalization, Trump.
I have a generalization, Trump. What is that? Hi, Brian.
Can you at least sing the national anthem?
Yes. Hey, do you remember the time when you decided to go to the Tickle Forest with me instead of wherever the hell it was with Brian?
The Tickle Forest? Mm-hmm. No. Oh, we're talking Snake Oil.
The
board game, yeah.
That was funny. I lost my shit when we were playing that game that night, man.
Snake Oil is a great game. I think it's 2 cards.
You get 2 cards, and you get a job type.
Yep, and you have to sell them on... No, I don't think you get it. I thought it was just 2 cards or whatever, and you have to sell it.
You get 2 cards, but then there's a card that flips over, and that's the type of person that you're selling to. Whatever it is.
Oh, is it?
That's like a plumber. And
gotcha.
Yeah, mine was a...
it's so funny. It's such a funny game.
School bus driver was mine, and we have 5 cards in your hand. I'm like, the only 2 that went together were Tickle Forest. So I have to sell this bus driver on the Tickle Forest, and it got dark real quick.
Brian says hi, and he says that was a great game. Tickle Forest is fucking funny, man.
And Brian just throws down his cards. He goes, well, fuck, man, we know who you're going with.
Yeah, you can't beat the Tickle Forest.
You can't beat the Tickle Forest.
We got to play that again, man.
Yes.
That's a fun game.
There's a long story that went into why he'd want to go to the Tickle Forest.
You can about imagine if you've been tuning into the podcast, Mr. John over here is a very creative mind. And
it's
works
just
in all avenues.
I call it Pleasant County darkness.
Pleasant what?
Pleasant County darkness.
Pleasant County
darkness.
Darkness. Wow.
Yeah. That's not like that'd be an album name.
Pleasant County. Yeah.
Pleasant County darkness.
What was that? The band we were talking about the other day.
Bunch Dundies.
Yeah, Bunch Dundies.
Bunch Dundies. It's a all-female surfer rock punk band.
Out of Australia. Yeah.
Bunch Dundies.
Dundies.
Yeah, so a lot of things you can do with that. They're a great band. Excellent band.
Bass player is real good.
Yeah.
She plays with her fingers, not the pick.
Yeah, she's a little slapper.
She slaps, yeah.
And one plays the banjo.
Yep. I don't know how fucking surfer rock has a
Beach
banjo in it.
Blanket banjo.
Yeah.
That's what we call that one.
I like it.
Beach blanket banjo.
That'd be a good name for a band too.
Yeah, you could you put a little delay on the banjo. You could almost get some twangy surfer.
You could, yeah. Just the style of play from a banjo. One of my favorite metal bands. Well, they're not so much anymore. Called Mastodon.
Oh, Mastodon.
They play more rock and funkadelic shit.
Right.
But they're a guitar player before. Well, I'll just say they have a very unique sound. Their guitar player who writes a lot of their major stuff was forced to learn banjo before his parents would buy him a guitar. And you could tell the way he plays guitar. He plays it like a fucking banjo. Finger picking.
That's actually pretty fucking cool.
It's nuts. So that's why they sound the way they do.
I wish my parents, my parents, I wish they would have beat me to like do something.
They would have hit you with the banjo.
No. Here, fucking saxophone. Here's your fucking piano. Play it better. Bam.
I don't think people get beat into focus. You know what I mean?
Well, no, it works.
Well, maybe in.
It worked kind of for me
countries.
because it stiffened my resolve if nothing else.
It's true. Not a lot shocks you in life after
I'll
that.
burn these fingers off. Do it, bitch.
I don't need fingers.
Do it. Fuck it. Do it.
I can still do drugs without them. God.
Badge of honor.
That's not a badge of honor, John. But surviving it is a badge of honor.
If you're the recipient.
That's true.
God. I was there, motherfucker.
Yeah. I've been watching this shit on YouTube. I don't know how the fuck I got down this rabbit hole, but it was rap and rap culture out of L.A.
Yes, you were telling us about this.
And I see some, like everybody around there, I don't know if they're in a good part of L.A. or a bad part, or if it's all.
Doesn't sound like too upscale.
Well, so this guy runs a bike shop called, I guess, channel on YouTube's called No Jumper. And he has a bike shop called On This Shit, I think is what they call their bike company. But it's, I don't know.
The next Schwinn.
It's fucking entertaining because it seemed like they've all seen enough shit where nothing fucking bothers them.
Yeah.
Like any shit that's around them, like they're just cool with it. All the people around, people doing whatever the fuck they're doing. You remind me of that. So I'm like, there's some LA fucking shit in your bones. It seems because you're from there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just, I don't know. You look at things differently.
Yeah.
You know, because there's Minnesota nice, and there's
It's too nice here.
it's too nice. But it's like the Nod. I think I've talked to you about the Nod, right?
Yeah.
Minnesota, two dudes make eye contact.
So,
Yeah.
how you doing?
What's up? But it was just like, hey, what's up? In California though, it's different because it means something totally different. It's a primal thing. It's kind of a sizing up thing because you make contact with a guy in California for the most part, it's like it's a slower tilt, but you make eye contact. You're like, I see you, and I see you seeing me. All right, so he's like, I see you seeing me too. We're like, all right.
Yep.
And if I can turn away, turn those crazy eyes somewhere else, and then you go back to your normal eyes. Yes.
It's all normal lives.
Normal eyes.
Oh, normal eyes. There we
Normal
go.
eyes.
Oh, like normalizing audio?
Kind of.
Oh.
But it's without sound.
Oh. Nice. I get it. No, it's been fun. He vlogs everything on YouTube. And
Now, you said they like their scissor.
Yeah, so that's the crazy part. So the drug scene out there, like these guys are kind of thick in the middle of it. This guy doesn't partake all that much, but every
Which
once
is
in a
good
while.
because he's kind of zeroing himself
Yeah.
in.
He's pretty responsible. He seems like a fucking good dude you just sit down and have a beer with. But so crazy part is, so they all do many prescription drugs. Xanax is a big one.
A lot of the people who are around this guy.
Yes.
Okay.
In the rap community, because he doesn't rap, but he runs the shop and he has his podcast that's kind of blown up, and he talks to the music studios around the area.
Right.
And a lot of the rappers around the area, they kind of hang out around his place to try and get seen, right? He's a person of influence.
Wow.
So he doesn't seem to, he knows what he is. He
Yeah.
knows what it is, and he knows the real from the fake, it seems. But anyway, so they are all fucked up. They get this shit, they call it lean. Do you do lean? That's what it's called. It's basically high fucking amounts of cough syrup. Really,
So
really,
you're talking
really.
dextromethorphan, or are you talking like
The cough suppressant, whatever that is.
That's dextromethorphan.
I think it's like robotripping. The shit in robotripping. So and this shit costs a lot of money for a fucking bottle of it. Apparently a 1 liter is like fucking $4,000 or something. This is all derivative, but
Yeah.
everyone's trying to get this shit, and then you put it in your drink and mix it up and drink it down. I think it's been called like scissor, but they call it lean now out there.
Pleasant.
Apparently,
I've read trip reports on some fuckers who did some robo tripping, and there's some like mass hallucinations going on there, like between these two guys who had like the same kind of weird shit going on.
I got to look this up. The drug,
but
lean.
I just don't get the whole robo tripping. I don't mind, being somewhat disassociated from time to time, and by that I mean like maybe some where that time spans decade or decades.
Yeah. Oh
Just
fuck!
not-
I don't know if I like that.
I don't want it to be a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's dextromethorphan.
Dextromethorphan?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
They're robo-tripping. And so it's crazy how easy it is to get there. Not only that, but all these kids that are like 12 and 13.
Dude, go over to fucking Cub.
Yeah.
Buy yourself a couple NyQuils.
No, well, apparently
Or
the
Robitussin
shit
DM.
they're getting is some fucking crazy ass shit. They all use the same
Well,
bottle
it's just
of shit.
it's just got a higher concentration.
They're getting it from a doctor. It's meant for
Right.
severe coughs, and then they fucking just put it down. Anyway, a lot of these 12, 13, 14-year-old kids are fucking getting hooked on Xanax, snorting it. And they're doing it daily. And they're drinking this shit daily.
No, man, that Xanax is not the answer.
Yeah, well, the crazy part is, like, so your brain's developing, right?
Right.
There's this rapper, Little Xan is his name. Yeah, I know. Lilxan. Apparently he's doing something right. I don't fully get the music, but a lot of people in the area seem to fucking love what he's doing, and he got picked up by Columbia Records.
Well, hopefully once he's picked up and if he hits, he could back away from some of that addictive shit.
No, he's done. No, he sings against Xanax because he was on it for like 2 years and then he got off. Whatever. I don't know what he's on now, or if this is the residual effects from that fucking drug, or if it's an act, like he's trying to act like he's fucked up. But you hear in his interviews, his eyes can't open all the way. He's like half eye open, and everything's kind of slow and just falling out of his mouth. It's crazy. Like just like, holy shit, you're sober right now? Fuck
you sober.
that.
I don't want to see you fucked up.
I don't know how many drugs I'd have to take to get to the state you're in right now.
Nah, no shit. And this is you sober.
Yeah.
It's like, no, thank you. No.
That's
just not the kind of fucked up I want to be.
But it's just crazy. The whole fucking lot of them. And not everybody in LA is doing this, but a lot of people, it's pill popping is the biggest fucking drug. And hey, I've done it before in my life, and it's...
Oh, yeah, we've all partaken of this or that.
College and shit. It was many moons ago. Shit. Fucking feeling old now, but that shit is highly addictive. It's highly fucking addictive.
And the thing is, and you don't see this till you're older. It's a waste of your time.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever done the Xanax before? I've never done that before.
Well, they say it's like Valium. I did a lot of that in the 80s.
She's never done that.
It just makes you cry.
Really? Like
fun.
tears of fun or tears
of... you just it makes you sad. You know, man. Maybe that's when you eat a lot. What's wrong? I don't know, man, but it's just everything sucks, man. I'm just gonna, oh, man.
Damn.
Should we go home? Yeah, we better go home.
Okay, stay away from Valium.
Stay away from Valium.
No.
Not pleasant, not fun.
My shit was
now,
like
maybe in low doses it's okay.
Oh, no,
but
these
like,
kids
don't be
seem
eating 20
like
and 40 milligrams. That's probably...
They don't seem like they're doing it in low doses.
Yeah, it's not fun.
I mean, it was more like a painkiller shit. I mean, one of the rapper buddies died from overdosing.
Yeah, recent, right?
Well, no, this was...
No.
I think it was a year or so ago. I forget his name. Lil something else. I don't know. No, I'm serious. It's Lil something.
No. Opiates were never really my thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only opiate that I really enjoyed, and this was in the 80s, is I got my hands on some morphine at one point. You know, just pills. You know, and I remember my friend and I were like, well, fuck it. Why not? I was like,
there's nothing to do.
What?
Get with the
fuck
lads.
Is this? It was really cool because I was, I didn't have a lot of it, so we didn't do a lot of it, but we did enough to where it was like, you felt like you're 7 feet off the ground, but just walking in a straight fucking line. It was just like, everything is fucking okay. Yep. Dude, you just cut yourself.
Who gives a shit?
So what?
Yep.
I'll walk it off. No, but that was the only opiate. Other than that, I've never liked opiates. Just, they're just not fun. I get nauseous. It's just not pleasant. I don't see how people would like being in that zone.
I always kept it not super high dose. I knew when I took too much because I'd feel sick, get the nausea. Then I knew I had to, cut one in half or whatever, but it was still fucking dumb. I mean,
all right, man. Next one I take, I got to cut it in half. Okay.
Well, I mean, you learn. I'm sure as you did in your days in the 80s, you kind of learn what your fucking limit is on certain things.
Okay, that's a bad guess. Next time we weigh that, okay?
I didn't eye that up. I'm done. Yeah.
As soon as I don't have 7 fingers on one hand.
Well, the crazy part is, though, they're taking a lot of these pills and this syrup shit and drinking. That's the fucked up part. If you're taking a bunch of pain
downers, because you're already depressing your system, and now you drink, and you're just like softening it up a little more.
Your liver's just shriveling up and
no, it's not even that. Just your breathing, your breathing rate slows down, your heart rate slows down, because you're already taking the Zoloft, right? And then you got some painkillers in there, maybe too, and then they're probably smoking some weed, doing their little scissor up shit, right?
Which all slows you down. Yeah.
And that all slows you down. And now you're going to drink on top of that. So it's like your body is just like, your heart's just like.
Boom. Your heart just fucking stops. Yeah.
Boom. You get maybe 15 beats a minute.
That would be nuts. Because then, it's probably a peaceful death, though. Because you probably just pass out like you're sleeping and then you're dead.
Yeah.
Not that I'm saying we should do that to fucking die.
That'd be like.
That would be probably a peaceful death, though.
Dying and being found with a butt plug or something. No,
it's nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't want to die of fucking drug overdose and scissor up and then.
Plus, you're dead. Who gives a shit?
Huh?
You're dead. Who gives a shit if you got a big old butt plug in?
Well, I just don't want to do that to whoever's going to find me, or you.
Well,
would you want to be found? I mean, would it matter to you? So if you died with a butt plug in, Would you want to be found like that?
No, I think I'd have like writing on it that says "Gotcha, fuckers," and someone because
No.
We gotta get that out of there.
You put this on the butt plug, so when they pull out.
Yeah,
and that's on
that motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
You're assuming. I love how we're assuming our friends have to come to pick the fucking
whoever
butt
it
plug
is,
out,
even
huh?
if it's the fucking paramedic, the guy in the morgue. Oh, you motherfucker! Or get a tattoo of that somewhere way out of the way, so when they're doing your autopsy, it's like, oh, you son of a bitch.
That would be funny.
But you get a few tattoos of that all over your body.
Just in every quadrant.
God damn it. By the time that's all said and done, fucking guy's just pissed off.
Put the toe tag on it. There's another one there. God damn it.
Look between his toes. Fuck. Son of a bitch.
That's the other crazy thing with that fucking LA area. All these young kids, when they turn 18, they want to rap. They get fucking face tattoos.
Yes, you told me about that.
Fucking this kid, this Lil Xan kid, I use him as an example, but the other ones did it too. They got a face tattoo, and they asked him, like, when you were 18, what the fuck were you thinking? He goes, this guaranteed I would never work a regular 8 to 5 job.
So was he doing that to make himself strive more for the music?
So that's a kind of crazy story. I really went down the rabbit hole on YouTube for this. It was just interesting to me because they're so different than me, and right. I wanted to understand where they're coming from. So he wanted to be a photographer, and he had a really nice camera. His parents had saved up, and anyway, got him a camera. It was like $1,200. So he was doing pictures and shit. Well, he was probably all fucking Xanaxed out of his mind. He left the fucking camera sitting somewhere. It got stolen, and he ended up running in to a dude at the party who was a rapper. And the guy just kind of talked to him. They took a liking to him. And then the kid kind of got into rap a little bit, made up some fucking music. And the guy's like, you got some fucking talent. They released a song, and now it's got fucking 87 million hits on YouTube. 87 million views.
Someone's making some money.
And now the kid got signed by Columbia Records, so now the kid's making less money. And then he's touring around. I think he's here in the state at the Caboose.
Now he's making less money?
Well, when you sign don't sign the dotted line for Columbia Records. You're not gonna be making a ton of money. He's making more than he did with his $1,200 camera.
Does he make more than us?
I guarantee it.
Well, then it's not a bad thing.
You can tell he's spending money because he's got a grill, a gold grill. He got another face tattoo. Now he got this big fucking bling that was all made of diamond and shit. And he's got all these different Gucci backpacks that he walks around with. So he's got money.
Just stop, please. Because you could do so much more with that money. You can invest it. You can. I'm serious.
What a kid's 21.
I know.
And he's got all this fucking money. He's getting fame. What?
I know.
You can't expect good things to happen there. You know what I mean? He's going to spend on stupid shit.
No, I don't expect. I hope, because it's like, trust me, man. There's going to come a time. There's going to come a place where you ain't going to be where you are, and you're going to wish you had what you did.
Yeah.
And so, think about that.
What if this career goes away?
That's what I'm talking about.
And then
this will not last.
You got all these face tattoos and shit. You're not going to go get a regular square job, right?
This will not last.
Yeah.
It's just the pool's too diluted.
Yeah, but
there's
a part of me's like, fuck yeah, buy that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, buy that jewelry.
Oh, see, I know. I'm just the opposite. I'm like, come on, man. You got to be fiscally responsible.
Oh, and this is coming from the guy who was not fiscally responsible growing up.
No, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. This is hindsight talking to you, man.
I know, but how fun would your life have been if you were just like, well, I'm just gonna put this away, save that for retirement?
It probably. Oh yeah, I know. You don't want to fucking work so you can die. I get that.
Yeah, exactly. You got to spend that shit.
You got to put something. I mean, in the line of work that this gentleman is in, and I'm sure he's a fine young gentleman. It's not going to last. So you do got to plan. I'm not telling him to plan for retirement.
Yeah, 21.
I'm telling him to plan for that rainy day that is coming your way.
Sure.
I'm not being negative. I know it sounds like I'm waxing negative.
No, you're not at all.
I'm being very pragmatic.
No, you're being pragmatic. You're being realistic. You're being...
just set a little aside.
Yep.
But even... Buy your bling, buy your fucking crystal, and then set this aside.
But it's easy for us to say. Because it's not like you and I are fiscally sound right now. We still buy stupid shit. And you and I, both of us, we could easily... That sounds like we're a married couple. You and Brenda could save more money. I could save more money. You know what I mean? But we want to buy our shit.
We like our shit, yeah. Well...
I'm getting a grill.
You getting a grill?
Yeah.
Like...
bottom and top.
Oh,
Yeah.
so and the egg, the big green egg.
The big green egg?
Mm.
Oh, you went with a grill where you grill meats and stuff. Yeah, that was, yep. I'm getting the big green egg, like the outside of that green.
Yeah,
I'm going to get that on my teeth.
that's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Look like you got a lime in your mouth all the time.
Like a mouth guard. Yeah, that'd be great.
Hey, I want to see some NFLer get a fucking mouth guard that looks like a binky.
Okay, explain to me a binky.
Come on, man, a binky, man, fucking pacifier for kids.
They have mouth guards that look like that already.
They do. It looks like a big fat binky.
No, they have mouth guards. They've had them now for years. I don't know when. They kind of came out of nowhere. They weren't the ones that go in your mouth and they're hidden. They are ones that are attached to your helmet, and they'll cover up.
It covers your mouth, but there's also a mouth guard in there. Yeah, they have different kind of things on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but get one that's a binky, just like big red, like a red mouthpiece and a yellow little ring hanging on.
No, that was a thing for a while, wasn't it? Grown men would.
That was at the used during the rave. Rave years.
They're probably sucking on some
the
drugs.
No, they were usually the
stop the clench.
the sucker binky. Remember the sucker pacifiers that were out there for the longest time? It looked like a pacifier, but it was a sucker.
Oh,
it wasn't just for
so
kids.
it's like a ring pop, but more pacifier-y. Okay.
Kind of like a ring pop.
Goddamn ring pops, man. Fucking A.
Bomb pops too when I was a kid.
Bomb pops, nice.
Bomb pops were the shit.
Are those still around? Bomb pops? Haven't seen.
Yeah,
those
but they're much smaller.
Well, go
Remember they used to be big, but not like this. And
and they somehow put more sugar in them.
the fudge sickles and the Eskimo pies.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Eskimo pies, remember those?
No, I was never a big fan of Eskimo pies.
That's
Fudgesicles,
racist.
yes.
No, man.
Racist.
Yeah, the Eskimo pies are the shit, man. I always love that hard chocolate. You know, because even I got some that chocolate you pour on your fucking ice cream and it hardens up.
But that had marshmallow in it, right? I might be thinking of something else. I'm not a big fan of marshmallow. I'm just not.
Eskimo pie did not have marshmallow.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else.
You're thinking of Rocky Road.
Man,
Rocky Road has marshmallows.
Rocky
And
Road
nuts.
ice cream?
Yep.
Yeah.
And nuts. Big, hairy nuts.
What? Dude, if I ever find a peanut or an almond or something that's all fucking hairy, almonds can kind of be a little bit right there, a little. But
Yeah.
I'm talking like just
What if it was
fuck?
like sushi hairy? Or sushi, yeah.
sushi hairy.
Yeah, like in that Neil Blomkamp short where they were.
God, that's gross. No.
He fucking. Yeah, I got the Mixolator 2000, whatever. They put all the shit in it. Make sushi. You pull it out, it's got hair in it. It's nasty. It's like. And he ate it, though, because he's.
And the crazy part about it, too, like you'd think that would just be all for humor and fun. The way they mix it and direct it.
It's just like life gone awry.
Yeah, and it's almost like there's always a slight little line of terror. Or dread or something.
What was the big.
In a lot of things they
the
do.
Kniferator 10,000 or whatever it was?
Yes, you knew something was going to happen
Yeah,
there.
know, something was going to go south. I haven't decided if the lady on that little show of theirs is attractive or not. 'Cause she's got that heavy 80s makeup look.
Yeah.
You know, to where she's got that
Really red lips.
the color forming, and then you got the big eyebrow. But she's like, I'm like, God, if we hosed you off, would you be attractive?
I love how you always put it that way. It can't just be, if you were to wipe your makeup off and wash your face, it's no. We have to hose you off like there's makeup on her feet.
It's just the fun of objectifying a human.
Oh, I thought you were going to say women.
No.
And we just lost all of our viewers. They're all gone now.
I'll objectify anyone.
Oh, will you?
I'll objectify myself. Look at that piece of shit in the mirror.
That doesn't make it okay, Trump.
We watched a bad lip reading tonight.
They already released a bad lip reading.
That was the fastest bad lip reading to ever come out. But
it was also the lowest hanging fruit.
Yes. Well, he doesn't usually go for the low hanging fruit, so we'll give him that. Him, her, them.
It's a him. Oh, I'm sure he's got a whole team, right?
God, that's not easy to do. Because I had some stuff where I had to do some bad lip reading type stuff. That is not at all easy to do. Because I went over the same fucking sentence for like an hour, and I'm like, what the fuck? Of course, I guess it's a learned.
I imagine if we were to
behavior.
sit down and do one, we could pump that out in no time. Because you don't have to. The hard part isn't coming up with words; it's coming up with a coherent story that sometimes he can come up with.
Well, you have to come up with words that match the lips, And those words that match the lips have to make that cohesive story.
Exactly, yeah. It's
Seagulls, stop it now.
Yeah, some of them don't really work for me, though. I could tell some of them, it's like
You could tell,
he had an impossible
You could tell,
task.
like, when it's a stretch. The NFL stuff is pretty funny. And what's funny is that's the one thing most people recognize about bad lip reading. It's, oh, the NFL thing? Mm-hmm. It's like, and for me, shit, hands down, it's always been the political stuff from like
fucking
5 years ago.
Newt Gingrich.
Oh, God, those were so... they were just so perfectly done.
Yeah.
You know, and...
You are a massive bad lip reading fan.
Poo-poo in the egg salad. Oh, gosh, be darn.
Yeah.
Cancer. Yeah, they did. Santorum, I haven't... Michelle Bachmann's was the best because you had the producer in the background. She'd be saying this goofy ass shit. You know, we spent 6 nights and 6 days and 2 nights in Oahu, and you know, in the morning, Mama gets a what? No.
Yep, that's
no.
right. Yeah, that takes some creativity to do that.
Yeah, I wonder what the people he does that to. I wonder what they think. You know, I mean, obviously the Star Wars stuff, that's a homage, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can tell he's a fan.
You know, but the political guys, you know, I wonder what they
probably don't even see it.
Oh, no, I guarantee because that had a lot of traction at the time.
Really?
I guarantee they had to have seen it. Yeah, because if they're running for an office type, so they've got marketing people who are out there looking for stuff that is about them. And yeah, I guarantee.
They probably thought it was funny.
Yeah, you'd think I'm sure some of them were like, offended. The Mitt Romney ones were fucking hilarious because he was like spot on. Now, whenever I see Mitt Romney, that's kind of what he sounds like to me.
I bet you Trump gets bothered by it, I bet.
Oh, I guarantee he does, especially the American anthem thing that he did.
The American anthem. Yeah. I think. I wish they wouldn't attack him for this. I really, because this is so fucking petty. Like, attack him on the real shit. Because now if you attack him on all this little shit, it's like we're not moving forward anymore.
And the thing is, no, I know. And
yeah, just
when I saw it, I felt bad for the guy. We talked about this earlier. I'm like, dude, come on. You know, there's a camera. This camera it's got to be 10 feet in front of you. You know it's there.
I don't. And this is where we differ. I do not feel bad for him.
No. But just listen to me for a second. No. He's like sitting there, you know, but he's just swaying back and forth like a kid in the 5th grade play, just waiting for his part to come.
And you know he's gonna fuck it up.
Yeah. You know he's gonna fuck it up. And you even wrote it on the back of this shield that he's got in front of him.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And he's just like, I don't give a fuck. You know, it's just like, come on. Just stop, please. I want to like you. I really? want to.
Yeah.
It's the president of my country.
Yeah. Your country, sir? I'm kidding.
I want to like him. You know, but he just keeps like...
He's so unlikable. Trust me, I'm with you there. I wanted to give a guy a shot. I've given him the shot. All the shot I'm going to give him. And now I just...
Every once in a while, I'll open the gate for a little more. Here, I got a little more. You're going to do that again? Okay, never mind.
I'm sure, honestly, there's a lot of fake news on the guy. Obviously, there's a lot of fake news everywhere.
Fire and fury.
Yep. Oh, God.
Isn't that a bummer?
I mean...
Because, you know, I guarantee there's some stuff in Fire and Fury that is spot on, that is probably truer than fuck. But then you got this guy, he like embellishes and color just a bit outside the lines.
A lot of embellishment.
A lot, like every page.
Yeah.
You know, and when I saw him on some talk show, his tells were just, it's like, oh.
The author, right? The
author, yeah. They're like, so, but this guy said he'd never been to this place. Oh, I confused him with this other guy. It's like, oh.
Yeah, this book was just a cash grab, and it doesn't even have a bunch of facts in it. That sucks.
It has a bunch of facts in it, but now you fucked it up by putting the bullshit facts in there.
Now we don't know what's a fact.
Better off releasing a pamphlet.
So because of that and that delivery,
it's a win.
It discredits all of it.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
And then, so you got that. Oh, and then you got Stephen Miller, Trump's Prince of Darkness.
You don't like Trump? That's one thing. I understand. You got to see this motherfucking snake.
This guy is scary.
Holy shit.
You know what? the way I feel about Stephen Miller has nothing to do with Trump.
No, yeah, exactly. This guy's a completely
This
different
guy
monster.
is hateable on his own.
Yeah.
You know, like if he was alive, like 70 years ago,
he would have been killed by now.
He would have had like knee-high boots and little S's on his lapels,
He
probably.
He would have had quite the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think he's Jewish. I don't think he would have been.
Oh, you don't think there were
I know
German officers or
we know
SS
there were
Jew- yeah.
who had Jewish background
Yeah,
that they tried to hide.
So you can rescind that.
That's true.
And homosexuals, too. There was a lot of homosexuals.
That's true. And
they-
cross-dressers and
They had to hide that shit.
Yep.
And that's a shame. In any world where you got to hide your proclivities that aren't really hurting anybody.
Well,
you're just fucking with somebody's sensibilities.
You're hiding your own and then killing somebody else's.
For the same thing.
For the same thing. Like, it's crazy. Like, that is a whole different kind of...
Fucked up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's a step further.
How do you forgive yourself? You know?
Oh, I don't
eat
think a lot
corn,
of them did.
And I kill other people who eat corn.
Yep.
But they don't know I eat corn. I eat their corn after I kill them.
I bet you reach a point where it just becomes easy.
Yeah, but you know what?
And then it catches up with you.
That's the aphelion, right? Perihelion, aphelion. Perihelion's closest, right?
Oh, God, you got me.
Yeah, I think aphelion. Because that's like way out there.
You're
It's like,
talking,
oh, yeah, this feels good. I got this down.
You're talking
And
orbit?
Yeah, no, just that furthest point out, and then all of a sudden it's like, and it comes back to, oh, I was a dick. I hate myself.
Well, look, they all fled.
Yeah, no,
Argentina and whatever.
Just that kind of hypocrisy. It's like, you know, some of the shit I did back in the 80s, you know, I look back on them, I'm like, God damn, I wish I would have done that shit. But it's not really a full-on regret because, I didn't really, I wasn't, like, that bad of a guy. But,
yeah. Well, comparatively, you still do some shitty things.
Yeah, but
Me too.
like mostly from a humanitarian standpoint, like dating and stuff, I was I wasn't a bad guy, at all.
You just
was a shitty boyfriend or a bad date. I was that guy for a couple girls probably.
Couple girls, huh?
Oh, that guy, the one they talk about at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh, there's this one guy. Fuck.
Who has a family Thanksgiving and talks about that?
Well, that one thing those are the kind of holidays when we talk about, oh, you think that's bad. Look at this one.
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
It's like that's where the stories come out. Easter or Thanksgiving, Christmas.
I don't know. Not in my family.
Just a weird holiday truth-telling that you don't want to hear. It's like, no, no.
Yeah.
I don't. I remember one time we're over at some friends of ours.
Yeah.
Ryan and Diane.
Why do you have to out everybody?
I'm not mentioning their last name.
Okay. People who are listening to this are friends and family, so they'll know who they are.
But we were all sitting together drinking one night. They had some other friends out, and their son Nick was there. Nick was probably about 15, 16 at the time. And they had this one friend, and somehow we got on the subject of drug experiences.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Oh,
and
boy.
this one friend, who was like a family friend. I don't know if they'd been a family friend for a long time, but her and her husband are there. And, well, she starts telling her story about the time she did mushrooms in the desert and ended up on this giant rock and masturbating as the sun came up. Remember, when she's telling the story, everyone's just kind of going, what the fuck? And I look over at Nick, who's like 15, 16. He's like, fuck. He's like, and she's just telling the story. And Diane's like, okay, that's a good story. That's about enough of that story around my 15-year-old son.
No shit. Did you high five her?
It was hilarious. No, man, I was just sitting there like, oh, you just did something I wouldn't do.
That is saying something.
That is saying something.
But she gained some brownie points with you.
Well, she gained some brownie points, but at the same time, you get those crazy points too that you give some people.
That's true.
And sometimes they can offset.
Yeah.
So you had 2 brownie points, but you got 3 crazy points. Mm-hmm. You put that together, you got 3 crazy points.
Well, that didn't stop you.
Well,
in the 80s. There was the 80s, right?
Crazy was good for a weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was a lot of crazy, and that's good for a Friday night.
Nice.
Yeah. And then slip out quietly. I got to go do a thing.
Or they slip out quietly.
What are you going to do? I got to see a guy about a horse. I got to go.
A guy about a horse?
See a guy about a horse.
Yep.
You really got to see a guy about a horse? Yeah, he's over in Raytown. I got to go. It's,
Raytown? Really?
Yeah.
Where's Raytown?
I was in Kansas City, or just outside of Kansas City.
You lived there for a while?
Yeah, Blue Springs.
No kidding.
And then Independence for a bit.
Because both those towns have to be stained from the.
Well,
John
Independence
Parker.
has its own stain. You've seen the show Shameless? That's basically.
God.
Yeah. No, thank you.
That's Independence, huh?
Yep. It's where the Lord doesn't go.
Yeah.
He keeps ass in Blue Springs.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we got Trump's in. Anything else in the news cycle?
Not very much.
California, they got their mudslides now because the fires burnt all the fucking trees and foliage away that was holding the mountain
now
up.
they're getting a fuck ton of rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 15 people have died so far in the mud.
And then a dam broke in Burbank.
Of all places. No, and I tried looking that up at the time, but I couldn't find anything on it.
It flooded pretty good. I mean, it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like in the movies where the dam breaks and you see just.
No.
Remember the old movies from like the 70s and 60s?
I don't.
When they would, well, you've seen some of the old ones. When they'd show like, did you ever see the Ten Commandments?
I don't think so.
And Moses parts the water, but so when the water's coming back together, right? It's actual water, but it was like, like a small area of water, but they slowed it down so that it.
I know that camera trick. Sure.
So they slow the water down, but then it just looks like these big globs of gel.
Yep.
Because the density.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. But I have no idea how I segued to that.
I don't know. I don't know how you got there either.
Neither do I. What's next? We talked about the news cycle.
Yeah, that's kind of where
Burbank.
it was. Yeah, Burbank.
Burbank.
And the water, and that's how you got to partying the water.
Water
That's how you
partying
got to
the waters.
The globules.
Globules.
Globule.
Globulettes.
Is that like a dance trio? The globulettes.
The globulettes. Do they sing for the Motown label?
The Motown label.
Yeah, Motown.
I don't know that one.
Motown was a label.
I didn't know that.
And you're all into music. You don't know about Motown.
No, what was Motown known for? Like what acts? Was that like way early times?
Oh, that was...
Like vaudeville times? Or?
I think that was from 60s all the way into 80s and 90s. And yeah, Michael Jackson, ABCs.
He was on... Oh, God.
Aretha Franklin.
Of course. I remember it. No, the crest. Yeah, I remember that now.
It was like a map, right? Yeah. It was like the non-Caucasian label.
He was on Motown. That's crazy.
Yeah, the Jackson 5 was. Oh, yeah, Motown was huge. I don't think Motown's a thing anymore. I don't know.
Oh, a lot of those labels folded. There's still money, but not a lot of money.
Motown was huge. I mean, that was some longevity there. But then probably with the 80s and 90s when the hip hop and rap started catching on, then you had too many factions and too much divisiveness.
That's one era I wish I could have been older in. Would have been the era where music production was a big time thing. That everything was tube amps and stuff like that, big gear.
Yeah.
The 80s fucking ruined that. Well, I mean, it's progression, right? Everything went into the computer. Everything was digital. But back then, I mean, it was all to tape. And I love the sound of things mixed to tape.
Analog is nice.
It's different. It's warm. It's tough to explain.
Yeah, no. It's you have to appreciate it to understand it.
It has its own compression to it. And yeah, you can tell drums especially when they're mixed to a tape versus digital. I'm sure if you played them side by side, I couldn't tell.
We need to check out that Sympathy for the Devil video I keep telling you about.
Okay. Who sings that?
Rolling Stones.
Gotcha. I'm not a big Stones guy.
You don't
honestly
have to be a Stones guy.
Never been impressed with the Rolling Stones.
Well, no, I'm not a big Stones guy either. Yeah. But probably my favorite songs are Sympathy for the Devil and Mother's Little Helper.
Yeah, I don't know that one either.
They go running for the shelter of the mother's little helper.
I've heard that one, yeah. Paint It Black, whatever, that's just called Black, right?
Paint It Black.
Is it Paint It Black?
Yeah.
I know that one. I know... Fuck. What was the other one? The Satisfaction.
Beast of Burden. That was another one. All I want's a beast of burden.
Yeah, I just never enjoyed their music. Same with the Doors. I didn't like the Doors.
I like some Doors in small doses.
I didn't like Morrison.
But then the Rolling Stones had a bit of a resurgence during the 80s, during the MTV craze.
They're still touring and shit.
Yeah, they are still touring. But they had their one song, Hang Fire. You've heard that one, right?
It's not coming to my mind.
It was a fun song. That was a very fun album for them because it was very poppy. It was very commercial, and it made them a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
It's kind of a very. Remember, Jay Giles had Freeze Frame, that album.
No.
You remember it? You've heard Freeze Frame and you've heard Centerfold.
Jay Giles.
Jay Giles. Freeze Frame.
No,
you know Freeze Frame? Come on.
The more times you say it is not going to sink in. You can't just keep saying Freeze Frame.
Thursday morning was a hot flash factor. Zoom. Freeze Frame focus zeroed on my mind. You remember that? Does she walk? Does she talk? Does she come complete? My homeroom angel always dancing in my seat. You've heard those two fucking songs because they got so much goddamn radio play. It was pathetic. Those two. You don't listen to them.
What can I say? I was listening to fucking better tracks, yo.
I've played those songs for you.
That shit ain't fire. The shit I was listening to was fire.
Back then, that was a qualified term, too. Yo, motherfucker.
Fire was a qualified term back then?
Mm-hmm.
It's back.
I know.
Yeah.
Fire, fly.
Oh, fly. Yeah, that's definitely an older term.
That's older. That shit was fly, man.
I'm glad you didn't say the other word. Thank you. Yeah. It sounded like you were going to another place. That's fly, N-word. It sounded like that's where you were going to go with that.
I can say that, though.
You can't say that,
I could say that because of my roots, where I came from.
Don't even... Let me guess, you had a black friend? You can't fucking say it. It's not your word.
Dude, I grew up 2 blocks out of Compton in the shit with the Chicanos. So I was dealing with a little bit of everything. I was a minority for that time, so I fucking earned my chops. God
okay.
damn it.
Yeah, tell that to somebody you meet on the street, and you drop that word down, and then...
I wouldn't drop that word.
Yeah, that's good.
But that shit was fly, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Shit.
All right, we should wrap this thing up.
I didn't want to talk to you anymore anyway.
Good. Fuck you, too.
Fuck me?
No. And I would never
so
say
Bunch
that.
Dundies is coming to town.
They are.
A couple weeks. Remember, that's the Aussie surfer, rock, all-girl.
And who was their sponsor again? Bunch Dundies?
Bunch Dundies was Candy Wipes.
Candy Wipes. Oh, and that comes in 3 different
flavors.
Types. 3 different flavors of
Candy Wipes.
Candy Wipes. Okay, so
they're basically edible wipes.
You don't want to eat them after you wipe with them, though, right?
Well, it depends on what you're wiping. You know.
Okay. Oh, that's true.
So
yeah, sure.
You can, but they're edible wipes. I don't think you'd want to. It's like that Meyer soap. You know, you can drink that shit and it doesn't make you sick.
Yeah.
That's how they kind of sell. That's a vegan thing.
Candy Wipes. I know they had grape and strawberry and their new flavor peach, which is great. I mean,
peach. The peach was good. Peach was good.
It was the only one that I really sampled anyway. So.
Much better than the lemongrass. Lemongrass tastes like Pledge.
Lemongrass, yeah, sure. Why would they go with? Why wouldn't they just go with lemon? Why did they do lemongrass?
Lemongrass, I don't know. I think
they're not lazy there.
I think they're trying to get a Pier 1 Imports kind of deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were going for that feeling.
Well, Candy Wipes, thank you very much. We appreciate the sponsorship of the band Bunch Dundies.
Bunch Dundies,
and
not Bunched Undies.
No,
Bunch Dundies.
The Dundies, because they're from Australia.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
sing us out.
I got to sing
Mr. Songman, or you could just do or you could do God's voice. It's up to you. I know it's loaded up with God's voice right now, but
do we have God's voice on cue?
I don't know. Do you?
In a little nowhere town, way out deep in the woods, sits a little lonely factory making household goods. They had hithers in the sign. I forget what the little stanza is. There are things you should not see because there's rows and rows of bleeding hands reaching out for me, and the sign said, "Don't drink the water. There's nothing we can do. There's no one we can call." And he drinks the water, and then he becomes a godlike Jesus dude who sees shit, and then that's just it.